Mechanical shed.
Bing!
I don't know, people should be counting themselves lucky there's even a regular schedule. There's only 5 trains operating the whole railway anyway. Why aren't they at the platform? See Gordon, Henry and James. What on earth are they playing at? Oh, let's find out. Right, he's coming. You leave this to me. Come on, Henry. It's time your train was ready. Henry's not going, sir. Do you care to repeat that, Gordon? I said Henry's not going, sir. We are on strike. Oh, indeed.
Oh, fuck.
It was that time of year once again. Thomas fans from all over the place celebrated the work of the Rev.W.Awdry by assembling at the Towyn Railway in Wales, where Awdry volunteered and has his study on display. I came to the event last year. My vlog of that event is what marked the start of my YouTube channel. Naturally, I came back for more, but unlike last year, I'm going to do a more condensed recap of events. Extended dives into everything I got up to in Wales will follow in due course. Originally I'd have been coming to Towyn on the Saturday, but there was talk of industrial action on the railways. The goal was to get to rails served by Transport for Wales and find somewhere to stay for a night. I ended up in Welch Pool, where I had a lovely picnic supper of fish and chips, with a few creative liberties, shall we say. I was able to take an earlier train than intended to Towyn and attempted to record the view as the train ran down the line. Gotta love those line-side bushes and trees. I reached Towyn in time to see Sir Handel getting ready to leave with his passengers. I had nothing booked for this day, except for the evening hosted by Veronica Chambers and Tim Dunn, so that gave me plenty of time to socialise with the other Thomas fans, and admire some fantastic models. It wasn't long before the special attraction of the year arrived, sporting a brand new face.
They've done his face. Is it an actual new face? It is! Oh my god! He's got a new face! Look at your face! Oh my god, it's gorgeous! Yes! That's all I wanted!
Everyone posted pictures to Twitter.
Soon after Duncan's arrival, I was reunited with my friends who I'd be spending my time in Wales with. You might remember them from last year's
Good
vlog.
evening, you fine gentlemen. Would anyone like to plug their channels?
Let's have this.
fabulous mechanical shed. It's back.
We shared some quality time at Wharf before checking into our accommodation and preparing for the evening show. The show included Veronica Chambers reading from The Thomas the Tank Engine Man, and was followed by a performance starring Tim Dunn as Veggies, reading letters which were most entertaining to have read out loud on stage. I was so close to winning a postcard signed by Wilbur-Awdry himself, but was narrowly outbid in the auction. Harry, on the other hand, scored a signed copy of Sodor reading between the lines.
And now he knows. If you've seen my vlogs from the last videos or usual Bloke Luke's vlog, then you'll know.
Sunday was the big day. Nobody was carrying their luggage around and we had the other 3 events to see through. After a look around the museum, it was time for the pop special, where of course, everyone put on their best Grumpy Duncan voices.
I'm the only one not happy about it. I don't like this. I'm not going to the bar for colour. I prefer Pepsi. Pepsi is not okay.
Those cameras are waiting, be quick about.
As soon as we returned from the pop special, it was time to go to the exhibition, where we were surprised to be greeted by Sodor's biggest Chad. And of course, a little old engine decided to pay another visit. The sun came out and we enjoyed an hour of socialising with friends, old and new, before it was time for the event we had never gotten to do before.
The guard up the back.
Speedier, please.
Gotta be careful not to bump anything.
It was time for the photo charter.
Gorgeous.
Both of my cameras were running low on battery by this point, so I had to use them sparingly. But for the most part, I'm happy with the shots I got. We returned to wharf late into the evening, and the extravaganza came to an end for 2023. In celebration of the event, we finally watched Series 2 of Thomas as a group. The cranes had had an argument. Now that there were no extravaganza events, the Towyn Railway was back to its normal self, and enthusiasts were sticking around to get shots of the engines who keep the railway running.
Have a pleasant day.
We stopped by the wharf for lunch and had a session of train watching. There's an ice cream shop close to the town. We passed it on our walks to the railway last year, so we decided to pay a proper visit. On this particular occasion, I wasn't feeling the craving for ice cream, so I occupied myself with the camera and took photos of the town. I love a good seaside town, they're always so photogenic. We discovered that only around the corner from our accommodation was not only the beach, but a whole promenade, Towyn's main seafront. There's a lengthy beach with a rock pile, a paddling pool, and possibly Towyn's only arcade. We couldn't resist coming back to the beach at different times throughout the week to get shots of it under different lighting. Tuesday was dedicated to giving some love to a railway not too far away. We got up early to make our way to the Ffestiniog Railway, home to the real-life counterparts of Duke, though sadly we didn't see any Englands, and Mighty Mac, one of which would pull our train. We're off. We had booked to ride the Mountain Spirit, which took us all the way along the Ffestiniog line.
Yeah, it's mad.
After we returned to Porthmadog, we were greeted by the hot sun and had a look around the town before getting our returning train to Towyn. It was such a lovely day that we returned to the promenade and paid a proper visit to the arcade, on a mission to win enough tickets for a Starscream figure. The evening concluded with Whitnell and I, and the sheer determination to catch a DVD logo hit the corner of the screen.
Are your subscribers loving this, Rob?
We'll find out.
Oh.
Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Oh, no! But it's getting there. It is getting there.
Almost. Almost.
Had it been a sunny day, I would have had my camera out a lot more, but I'll get to that. Harry had set off earlier so he could jog from Dolgok to Abergnowan, where we would meet him on our train. We got the chance to ride the Awdry Railway coach, and we were quick to take it.
And we're on.
Enjoy your trip.
Thank you. Have a good day. Here he comes.
Are you getting in or are we getting? I'll get in. Yeah. Alright, carry on, stand going on. So going. Mr. Rushton, what's your favourite book from Story Makers? Blue cows.
We travelled to Nant Gwernol and took the walk along the Blue Route, which would have us going all over the mountain where the slate had once been mined. These were some gorgeous views, but the rain made it difficult to operate with any cameras, especially while staying safe on the walk. Drenched from the rain, we made it to the station just in time for Tom Rolt to take us back, and we stopped at Abergnowan Cafe where we would refuel, then headed back to the wharf and to the caravan. Had the weather been nicer, we'd have tried to see the lake as well. None the worse for yesterday's rain, we decided that today would be a caravan day. No urgency to go anywhere or to do anything, other than to make sure the place was tidy and that we were relaxed. Luke and I took a trip to the shop to get some more supplies in, but can't deny that we may have got sidetracked along the way. That evening we paid a visit to an old friend, the restaurant Propaganda, still in great hands. It was the last day for our adventures in Wales, but there was still one more iconic location that we wanted to pay a visit to. The Dolgok Viaduct is one of the most picturesque locations on the whole line, and is close to the Dolgok Falls, of which the viaduct and Tallinn Railway's number 2 are named after. We spent about an hour looking around and taking in all the sights. After lunch at the Dolgok Hotel, we made our way back to Wharf for one more look at the museum. We'd been told that an old friend would be staying there on display from now on. I can't think of a better place for Skarloey to rest his wheels. That evening we finished the classic series with Series 7 and concluded the night with one of the greatest movies to come out of the franchise.
Even when we're the ones on top.
The next day we'd all be making our way home, fully satisfied with our time in Towyn, and eagerly looking forward to coming back, should there be an Awdry Extravaganza 4. With Tallinn Railway's number 1 still yet to return to service, we had unfinished business with the railway with a heart of gold. Thank you to everyone at the Tallinn Railway and the staff behind the Awdry Extravaganza for making such a great year possible. These events just keep getting better, and we'd love to see what you come up with next. The dedication and the passion that goes into these events will always be appreciated. If there's an extravaganza next year, you can count me in. I also want to mention how lovely it was to finally meet people I had known in the community for a while. Everyone I'm getting to know is so talented and kind. It really helps a cursed YouTuber feel at home. Seeing so many Thomas fans in a single space is always a delight, and there really is nothing quite like it anywhere. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and the extravaganza if you attended of course. If you're new to the channel, I also have a Twitter, yes we're still calling it that, where I'm more active, so if you're on there be sure to drop by. That's all for now, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Ba, ba, ba.